What are the best and worst moments from NBA All-Star Weekend? Which team is impressive in the first half of the NBA season? And who will walk out with the NBA MVP and owns the best chance of NBA championship success? This is Nothing But That B-Ball Talk. Let's go. Welcome to Nothing But That B-Ball Talk podcast. I'm Rafique, Louison.
And I'm Roodgally, Senatus.
And we're going to be throwing down some crazy basketball news, status, and recaps from college to the pros. Right now, let's get into it. Roodgally, first segment. What are your thoughts on the All-Star break?
Yo, that All-Star break was awesome. Like, it was really, really awesome. From the dunk contest where you have the guys just honoring, the legends. You have Larry honoring his dad and Vince Carter. That Vince Carter dunk that wowed everybody.
Everybody was being honored that day.
You have Spider-Man. Yeah, you have Mitchell just go and recreate that dunk. Like, that was really amazing.
Yeah, I mean, Mitchell, the way he did that windmill slam is like, it kind of reminds you of Vince Carter, but he actually is the next Vince Carter at that time.
Yeah. Yo, he got a lot of hops. I think he's, yeah. And he was trying to bring up his dunk rating too or something. Yeah. But I think he got it now.
That was really sick.
Yeah.
You want to know where else? The three-point shootout. What you thought about the three-point shootout?
Devin Booker.
Yeah, I did not know Devin Booker had a shooting touch. Like, it's just insane.
Yeah, man, he set the net on fire. Everyone was expecting Klay Thompson to win it, but he
expect the unexpected.
That's I think he set the record too with 28.
Devin Booker, he's the future for that Phoenix Suns franchise. You can't deny it.
Yeah, they're the worst team in the NBA right now, I think.
Yeah, one of the worst teams. I mean, but the Phoenix Suns, they got a future, so you can't really sleep on them for long.
Yeah, they do.
And I gotta admit, another surprise that caught my attention was Spencer Dinwiddie winning the skills challenge.
Brooklyn represent.
You knew the guy had skills, but it's about time Brooklyn had some kind of repetition in the NBA. Like, it's just, words can't express how good he was.
Yeah, he's been playing really well, leading the team, and if they can get a few other pieces to go play with him back there, the Nets will be on the map soon.
Yeah. What was your least favorite moment of the All-Star break?
My least. All right, so I had two cringy moments on Sunday night right before the All-Stars game. You had Kevin Hart introducing the players, and he's like, "Yo, my name is Kevin Hart," and introducing LeBron James, the man, the king.
Kevin Hart is,
and I'm like,
he's a comedian. Like,
yo,
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, introducing these guys, you're supposed to get someone who can hype them up and get them in the mood. And you like, I was looking at their faces, and you could see their reactions to Kevin Hart introducing them. Come on, they could have got more Morgan Freeman or something, but
Or Fat Joe. He has a basketball mentality. Had, like, or maybe Jamie Foxx, who played in the Celebrity Game.
Yeah.
And speaking of Celebrity Games, what you thought about that? To me, the Celebrity Game was basically the worst ever. I mean, Rachel Tomita from NBA 2K TV, she put in the most work for her team, LA, and we still couldn't win against the team.
Oh, that's because the other team had Quavo, and Quavo he's pretty good at basketball. If you go on his Instagram page, you'll see him shooting threes from way behind
the three-point line like
Steph Curry.
Hip-hop then. I mean, I'll admit, hip-hop, I mean, from what I heard, the Mangos, they pretty talented hip-hop group, like.
But these guys, they have their passions, and I guess, hip hop is his passion. But at the same time, he still loves basketball, and he's able to play it. Just
another example of how hip hop and basketball come together.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all part of the culture.
Yeah. Well, to me, my least favorite moment was obviously the Rising Stars Challenge. Like, that game was completely trash.
Come on.
I mean, that game was over since the first half. Like, you allowed 2 three-pointer shooters from Team World. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm happy Team World won, but I expect the game itself to be more competitive. Like, it's a battle between rookies. What you thought about it?
The guys didn't play defense, you had guys, scoring 36 points. Jaylen Brown had like 36 points. Murray had 20-something points. The guys were just scoring, shooting threes. Bogdanovic, who won the
Bogdanovic, he
set
some
the
sick threes. Like
that guy could shoot. Yeah, really.
Yeah, he's got a future in the NBA, no question about it. And another interesting part about the All-Star break was obviously the All-Star game. What you thought about that crazy All-Star game? Because you asked me, that was just, I didn't expect the All-Star game to be so close.
I was going crazy in the fourth quarter because that's when the guys really started playing defense. And you had Team LeBron where you have Kyrie on the floor, you have Westbrook on the floor, you have KD on the floor, and mind you, like most of those guys, they're MVPs.
They MVP. Nah, but LeBron was real MVP that night.
LeBron did put in work.
He led the comeback against Team Curry.
Yeah, he had like 10 rebounds, 8 assists, and 20-something points.
You know, that was a lot of points that both teams just straight up gave up.
But last year, compared to last year, this was really nothing. The guys played defense, and it was a beautiful game, and they gave the fans, what they wanted. So.
Yeah,
I'm sad.
It was an all-star game for the ages.
Yeah.
Despite too much points given up still, but whatever. Now, on to our next segment. Why don't we show like a little review from the NBA's first half of the season? Who is your MVP, Rookie of the Year, and Coach of the Year up to this point?
All right. So, for my MVP, I gotta go with James Harden, man.
Exactly.
I gotta go with James Harden. Hey, I know LeBron James is doing really amazing with the Cavs, but he's the greatest basketball player on the planet, and he's expected to play on the level that he is playing. But James Harden, that guy can do 16 points and a triple-double. You cannot tell me he doesn't deserve MVP. Yeah, he's cooking. He's really cooking, man. Yo,
and the guy, I see him win a championship unless LeBron gets his act together.
Definitely.
Speaking of LeBron and the Cavs, that's another. Who you think? I think that the LeBron James Cavaliers trade, well, that was a season changer for the Cavaliers.
And I really think LeBron was at the center of it all. Even though they're denying it, they're making fun about it, but I think LeBron was a significant factor in making all those trades happen, and the team is looking really, really good right now. They've really improved.
No question
LeBron got the weapons that he wanted. He really got the weapons he wanted.
And he really got younger, sending D-Wade to Miami. Even because D-Wade is not being...
he's going to retire soon, so he needs to be home.
Even if Miami could make the playoffs with D-Wade back on the squad, they're not going to be that. Now, as far as the second half goes, who you think is going to finish the top of the East and West?
Well, I got Harden for MVP. I have Mitchell for Rookie of the Year, Coach of the Year. I got Dwayne Casey from the Toronto Raptors. They're first on the conference right now. But I got the Houston Rockets. They're leading the NBA right now.
You think
44-13.
Conference?
Yeah, I think they're gonna finish the top in the conference, and I think they're gonna beat Golden State in the playoffs. It's their time.
Chris Paul has never went any further than the second round of his career.
Yes,
but
true.
You're playing alongside a guy who has some NBA Finals experience, so there's no excuse not for Chris Paul to have a serious run in this year's playoffs.
They got the weapons, though. They have a kick-ass coach. All right, and they have really amazing guys. They have weapons everywhere. Those guys shoot threes like...
Even though they do lack a center. But then again, the fact that there's not that many centers in the NBA is just... That's the only reason why you don't necessarily need a center to win a championship.
Nene and Capella are doing a pretty good job, I think. Nene had like a 20-20 game the other day.
Yeah, they did.
Come on.
Yeah,
that guy is a beast. I can't keep on forgetting about Nene. He's putting in work. I really think he's underrated. Even though they say, he's got Chris Paul and he's got James Harden throwing lobs to him all the time. That way he's able to stay on the scoring sheet. But he's putting in a lot of work, and that needs to get recognized.
The more work you put up, the further you'll come in the NBA.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I personally think that the Cavaliers will somehow surpass the Boston Celtics and the Toronto Raptors for the top seed, just because of the way they closed out the first half. After all, It's LeBron James, by the way.
I mean, yeah, it is LeBron, but I think they might surpass the Boston Celtics, but the Toronto Raptors are ahead for number one in the East right now. But, even though the Raptors are playing so well during the regular season, in the playoffs, they play like babies. LeBron always sweep the Toronto Raptors in the playoffs.
Exactly.
So, if they can't bring this level of play in the playoffs, and all this work, it's a waste. It's really a waste.
Yeah, it's really a waste. Well, that is it with your Nothing But That B-Ball Talk podcast. I'm your host, Rafique Louison.
And I'm Roodgally, Senatus.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Nothing But That B-Ball Talk podcast, the most talked about basketball show from across the world. And to sign out, get your head in the game.
Get your head in the game, man.